Hey, Dave.
Nope. The answer is no. Right away, right off the jump. I read this rundown and I'm like, oh, he on this type of time today. Ain't nothing but negative shit coming out of my mouth. No. Whatever the fuck your question is, no.
First of all, it wasn't going to be a question. Shows how much you know. Secondly, it's going to be a declarative statement, and it's going to be 2 words. Just like the infamous Michael Jordan, just like all of the greats in the past, you open up the Chicago Tribune, and there it is. The big headline is back. The boy is back, and he's back in AEW. Now, you say you have some not so nice things to say, and I'm all for it, and I'm ready to hear it. But allow me to just say at the very, very top, if he was going to return somewhere, I'm not opposed to it happening here, but go ahead. I would love to hear.
My thing is, if this is how he was gonna do it, yeah, you're probably right. Like, that shit was ass, and I'm watching it because unfortunately I'm not watching the show live, right? So it's like, I know what I'm about to see. I see the title. I got the clip sent to me. I know what's gonna happen, so I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dude, if I was being surprised by this, I would not look like the people that are sitting in the stands right now. I don't know. It just wasn't, to me, it wasn't. I remember we were talking about it. And damn, when were we talking? It was a little while back. I think we were doing that big show together, didn't we? Or maybe
we were talking about Jericho.
Yeah, remember when we did that collaboration with people? I think we were talking about Jericho returning then. I'm almost
was it the Rumble? Because the conversation might have been that he was in the Rumble or before that.
I think that came up, but I think at one point before that we did a collaboration with other channels.
Oh, right.
That was there. There was a big Jericho person there, and it came up. It was a topic about him coming back.
Yeah, the Untitled Super Show, whatever it was. Yeah,
right. Tristan
Law. He was the one who was the big Jericho guy. He had like a whole Jericho segment. Yes,
I remember specifically thinking like, man, if he comes back, I'm so excited to see what he does because I mean, he's the king of returns, right?
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck? Did I miss it? Like, there's something a part of the clip that I didn't like see because it literally just like interrupted him and then some pyro and then he just kind of walked out and the place fucking
kind of walked out. That's it.
Which is fine, whatever. But again, my point is, if this is what you were gonna do, yeah, keep that shit over there, dude. You're good. You're good. We don't need it. We don't need that over there right now.
I specifically built up when we talked about the Danhausen situation from the chamber, I said for someone who has literally redefined what it looks like, what it feels like to have a big fucking return. This guy is tops. This guy always manages to return in the most high profile way possible. I mean, just a lightning bolt every time. Ooh, he's back. This time he just walked the fuck out there and that's it. I guess that's
fine. It's fine. It's just if you're not, I don't know. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. They loved it. You saw the crowd. They were fucking like.
He was smart also to go back to the Judas theme as opposed to the heel one, the one he was using for the learning tree. He had changed it because he didn't want them to sing to him anymore. He was doing the heel deal. But we hear the Judas theme come back, so now he's full-blown babyface all over again. But the question that I do have for the masses, not necessarily for you, Dave, or for anybody with common sense in their head, this question's not for you. All right. The question is for those diehards and those hopefuls. What exactly do you foresee happening moving forward? Like, for instance, I just showed you the clip. He's in the ring with Ricochet. He's going to be wrestling Ricochet at Dynasty. How is that supposed to look exactly? What is the plan?
I want to be fair because obviously I haven't seen Ricochet there, and with the clip I just watched with you, he's speaking with such gusto.
Yeah,
like he's that guy. So maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this is a high caliber match. I don't know. I have not watched it, but from the way they were talking, Ricochet might be that guy over there. Clearly, it's ring. That's what he said.
See,
He said, "This is my ring."
He did say it was his ring, and you are mistaken because you just said a second ago I haven't seen him. Basically, I haven't seen him since he went to AEW. I could assure you, if you've seen Ricochet before, you've seen Ricochet in AEW. There isn't much of it. If there's any difference, is there's no shackles. So all of the choreography and the Cirque du Soleil shit is all happening full frontal. It's like there's no stopping this guy now. There's no pace yourself. There's no hey, let's build to the nope. He went all reverted. He took all that shit off of him and no, I don't like doing any of this. Let's go back to the 450, 630 to the floor, moonsault, all this other bullshit that he does.
Bread and butter, man. Bread and butter.
The only thing that has changed about him since he's been in AEW, and this is my own humble opinion, as somebody that has worked several times with Ricochet in the past, the only thing that has changed is that he's becoming a lot more aggressive and a lot more vocal on the microphone. He's cutting more promos. Now, I said he's cutting more promos. I didn't necessarily say that he was getting better at those promos, but he's cutting more promos. He's trying to be more of a character as opposed to just being the flippy guy. He's still doing the flippies. He's just trying to incorporate more to it than that. And the only thing, honestly, that he's really, really done is just prove to everybody why they never gave him the microphone in WWE. No. There's absolutely his most over thing right now is the fact that he's bald. And that's
so that wasn't a one-time shot that was taken there. That's like a gimmick they're running.
That's a whole thing that he's doing now.
I don't think I've ever seen him with hair.
He had hair years ago. The video that I have with him on my YouTube channel, he's got hair on it, on his head. But that's how long ago I worked with him. He had hair on his head.
We're talking like over 10 years ago, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh, easy. 13 maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And this is the most over thing about him. He didn't create. Tony didn't create. No one in the company created this gimmick. The fans just saying odd and random shit because that's what AEW fans do now. WWE fans have a different issue, and we're going to get to that on Tuesday because I'm over the what chant. I'm over the you deserve it chant.
Yeah, they're not perfect. For all the shit we talk about AEW,
WWE fans, the WWE universe is an 8-track record that is stuck in the it's jammed in there and we can't get it out. It's still doing the 2002, 2003 shit and we can't fucking jimmy it out. Whereas AEW does not stay to the grain, does not repeat itself. It's a Judas Priest record with the screaming and the needle there that just stays there the whole like the whole time, just stays in that same rotation. AEW fans are their own gimmick. They come to the shows with the intention of I'm gonna get my shit over. Watch this. I'm gonna shoehorn this shit. And the bald thing is what happened. So somebody, I think it was Okada, somebody along the way, they did this spot where they like slapped them in the back of the head. And you and I both know we are very, very versed.
Ultimate disrespect.
Ultimate disrespect, true to form, but nothing gets a better sound than that clean, fresh cut, baldy head and just when you cuff it just right, sound perfection, picture perfect. There's something to cup in the back of a motherfucker's head, just fresh, baldy, and just even the person getting here just man. That's some ASMR right there for you.
The crazy shit is too, you don't even gotta hit hard enough for it to hurt. Your whole fucking your ego gets scarred from that.
You can tap a fresh baldy and get the sound, but to just haul off and just that's the ultimate disrespect. But he's a heel. So when Okada did it, and then ever since then, it got a response. So after that, everybody was building up to a head slap, and at one point, this is where it finally culminated. He was a part of like a 4-way, and he blocked the first person's attempt at the ball head slap. Then he blocked the second person. Then he blocked the third, and it did something into the post, and he went. And he looked, when he looked up, all three of them slapped him in the back of the motherfucking head at the same time. And I went, up. That's it. We've jumped the shark. No more head slaps. That's where it ends, right there. And they really haven't done it since, but they haven't dropped it either. The fans are like, oh, bald, baldy, or he's so bald. He's so Raven or whatever. They were singing the song to he's so bald. They're creative. They come up with all kinds of different ways to insult somebody for being fucking bald. And if you pan the crowd, my favorite part of the bald chant is that bald people are chanting that he's bald.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's like, look at this fucking asshole. Bald.
They serve their nickel. It's your turn now.
Yeah. It's like, I've already paid my bald-headed dues.
That's right.
So Jericho's back in AEW. Looks like he's got Ricochet coming up in Dynasty. I don't know what their plans are for him in AEW, but this is probably going to be a layup question, but let's go ahead and go down this path. Does it hurt WWE that he didn't go back? With all of the anticipation, with everybody sitting here actually, I personally believe that pop he got at AEW was because of all of the WWE talk. Because I don't know if you remember, but before he left, AEW fans were chanting, please retire, go away, to Chris Jericho. There was a chant at one point that were like, go away, heat, like to Chris Jericho. And then he disappears and he comes back to a building shaking pop. I'm going to give credit to that pop, to some of the off the show conversations about the possibility of, is he leaving AEW? Is he going?
He chose us.
Yes, that aspect of it.
Absolutely.
But that's the AEW side. Does it hurt the WWE side for the WWE fans that they go, oh man, we've really been wanting this guy to come back, we're rooting for him, we're putting it out there, and he goes back to AEW? Fuck this guy. You think there's some aspect, there's some warranty to that?
I don't know if it's more fuck this guy. Honestly, I mean, I could be completely out of pocket, but I feel like it would be more like the other way around. Like, I don't think anybody in WWE see him not coming back is really saying fuck this guy. I feel like that AEW fans, and honestly, rightfully so, kind of rightfully so, because say fuck him for going to the WWE, and he kind of made mention to it in his little speech about how, when they founded the company and being there from the beginning and having a reason why they created. That was kind of why I low-key looked at Cody Rhodes a little funny, honestly, for the same exact reason when he did go over there. I'm on the WWE side, so I can acknowledge that, but still not give a fuck, right? but if I'm an AEW fan, if I'm a hardcore AEW fan with all the emotions that was built during, because we remember how these guys were supposed to be finally someone who can compete, right? Like, we remember the vibe around that time when it was starting. I can understand, like, if you're that AEW guy, how you would feel away. So if I can see that for Cody, I can definitely see me having Jericho fatigue and then him choosing us and then making that statement about that same thing I'm talking about, that energy of, like, we can beat these guys, like, we can have something different, we can have real wrestling back. Yeah, I see the crowd exploding. And most of those people, in my opinion, are like diehard AEW guys. So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense that they would explode and he would get that kind of welcome. But like you said, more on the idea of, like, we won. Jericho chose us. You know what I mean? Like, he's here now. Yeah. He's our guy. He's never going back. So, for whatever that's worth. But, yes.
So we'll have to put off the WWE Hall of Fame for just a little bit longer for Y2J Chris Jericho. We'll have to make sure that he doesn't cross wires. We're going to talk a little bit about cross promotional issues in the next segment, but to bring it back to Jericho here, Yes, he's back in AEW, and yes, he's got Ricochet coming up. I I think I think one of the biggest reasons he decided to go back to AEW is because I think WWE sees him one way, Jericho sees himself another way, and AEW is just they'll see him however he sees himself. They just whatever he wants to do. So I think it's just because the conversation that I heard going into a possible Jericho return was that it was going to be limited dates, it was going to be the Hall of Fame, it's going to be a 1 year run, kind of a farewell deal, a tour, if you will, to say goodbye. I don't think Jericho sees himself as an individual that's in that position.
He's not ready to go yet.
He's not ready to go yet. But you know who gets to make that determination? It's not Chris Jericho, or at least not his brain. It's his body. If he, in his current state, if WWE would have picked him up and then along the way, you can kind of see the breakdown happening, that's one thing. He does another year or two at AEW and his body breaks down even worse. That farewell thing is out the goddamn window. Now, I don't think he gives too much of a shit about the whole farewell aspect of things. I think he wants to get paid, cash, money. He went with the highest bidder.
I actually kind of disagree with you a little bit there because if WWE wants to do it, they could run a year program of Jericho and make it work to the point where low impact, he can do his thing and have a farewell tour if they wanted to do that. Now, if you're asking me to put my chip somewhere, I don't think either one of them. I think they're both indifferent about it. I really think it's more the fans thinking about this than what Jericho wants to do or WWE. Now, would they sit at the same table and talk? I think absolutely. If let's say he did this for 2 more years and he goes, you know what, Hunter, I really do want. Can I get a farewell tour as well? Like I that was a home of mine. They do business. 100% they do business, and it would sell. Absolutely, it would sell, and that entrance would not look like that.
Hall of Fame for sure. I don't know if he gets the farewell tour later in life. I don't think he'd have the.
I don't know if we get a Cena one, but I think they would definitely be open to do a small program with him.
Oh, it would. So I mean, they'd have to do like once a month matches and just on the road cutting.
There are people active right now who wrestle once a month.
Full time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the program is. This is a novella. We are talking about a soap opera here. This isn't just wrestling. So there's plenty of time to walk in and out of the screen and do funny stuff or do his Jericho thing and come out to a huge entrance. And it's there if they want. But my main point is I don't think either side cares. I think both sides are uninterested. If one or the other were to bring it up, I think either one would be open to the conversation. I truly believe that. But I also think this is to me, how I feel about it, that it feels like the true definition of not caring about something. It's not that shit where people are like, well, I don't care. Clearly you do, right? Like, no, I really think they don't care. They're not talking about it. Maybe they have in the behind the scenes. Who knows? But I don't think either one is pressed. That's the energy I get. That's the Jericho energy I get. WWE has plenty of talent right now. They're not really worried about it. I think if it happens, it happens. It happens.
With that being said, do you think AEW, because we've seen them kind of do it in the past, but do you think he ends his career with AEW? His physical in-ring career with AEW? Because you would assume this is the last contract, right?
After his speech, I think he would.
I mean, based on what they did with Sting, it's not terrible, but
it's not. Again, I don't think he's looking to do anything with the WWE, and I don't think it's the other way around either. One of them would have to initiate it.
It ain't gonna be WWE.
I could be, and it's funny because, and I could be completely talking out of my ass here. I don't think it's going to be Jericho either.
Then there you go, Tony. You've got
That's it.
Tony. You've got because I don't because
saying.
on what based on what you said, it's very very
Call
true.
me out if I'm wrong, please.
Now we on this show alone, we went back and we looked at the ages of not just who's on top now, but who's coming down the pipe, and they're set for a number of years here with not just top talent, but possible mid-card talent, low-card talent, the women's division, the whole shebang, tag teams. We've analyzed that company up, down, through and through. There is no need for a Chris Jericho. Just like with a Chris Jericho, who's got, as we call it in the industry, fuck you money, he doesn't necessarily need to go to WWE either. He's actually doing more outside of wrestling projects now while he's with AEW, between the movies, between the music, without having to sign any kind of contractual bullshit with AEW that gives them a piece or a percentage or whatever the case may be. So this is one of those weird situations where it really is in his best interest, maybe not to go to WWE, which is probably what it was that made him decide at the end, the final hour, to just stay where he was, because he knew he'd be happier there. He's got what was it that he just announced on his Twitter? He's going to be a part of some brand new movie with some real heavy hitter fucking people. Let me see if I could find it again. But he's going to be doing some stuff outside of wrestling that's pretty cool. Not for nothing. I Am Jericho. Okay. That's his Twitter, by the way, at I Am Jericho. With a nice little default. But here it is. Elle Magazine put this article out. Your exclusive first look at the Elle Fanning-led series. Margot's Got Many Troubles. Laundry list of names here. I'm looking at this picture now. There's a lot of heavy hitter actors and actresses in here. And then Chris Jericho in there. It's called Margot's Got Money Troubles, combining pro wrestling, OnlyFans, and an all-star cast. The Apple TV series is one of the buzziest of 2026. Pro wrestling, OnlyFans, and an all-star cast. Of course, you got to put Chris Jericho in that group. He's got to live. So for all of you out there in AEW world, super excited to have your OG back. All the power to you. I cannot wait to see what is going on with him over in AEW. And slowly but surely, I've been watching clips again of AEW. I've been watching the clips.
You've been lurking?
Because you know what it is? I've been editing a lot of these older episodes that we did, and I was on top of it. I did an episode when they announced it was happening. I did an episode when they did the Jacksonville thing to kick it all off.
We were excited with every single
one. We did live conversations. It just fell the fuck off of a cliff for me. But little by little, I have been watching this and I have been watching that, just trying to see if I could make sense of everything that's been going on with them. I need certain key figures to be out of my way so I could enjoy those shows a lot more. I can't stand Adam Page. I can't watch anything that he does. I'm not into the Bucks. We can get rid of that. I feel bad for Kenny because Kenny, the stuff he did back in the day was so amazing, but it killed his body. He looks like he's in a shit ton of fucking pain doing this shit. It appears that way. He does not have the crisp fast forward motion he had before. He is very apprehensive now when he takes these bumps. And all power to him. I don't want him to get hurt to the point where he can't fucking do shit anymore. But at the same time, he's really, Jericho, him, Moxley, Ospreay, MJF. I don't even know if Swerve's in there just yet. I know they want me to think that Swerve's a main event guy, but personal history aside between me and Swerve, I think he's a phenomenal talent for AEW. He's got to hit. He's to me, with the exception of the fact that he won the belt, he's like LA Knight to me for AEW.
I was going to say, didn't he win the belt?
He did win the belt, and then they took it from him almost immediately, and then he's been struggling to get it back ever since. With the exception of actually achieving the goal and becoming champion, he kind of is like LA Knight to me, where it's like they push him really hard and then they dial it back, and then they push him really hard and then they dial it back. He cuts a promo and it gets you hyped for this, but then he loses, and then this guy is like, he doesn't really go all that hard against this guy, but he beats that guy, and then it's so all over the map, like most of the booking there. But with him, he was so over with the audience for such a long period of time, so we'll see. And now Will Ospreay's back, and if they don't put the world title on him anytime soon, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I love me some MJF, but Will Ospreay needs to be a fucking world champion. There's no one on this earth that can touch this guy when he's on his shit. Nobody touches Will Ospreay. So, oh man.